Ladies and gentlemen, before I start this Monday Night Raw review, I just want to thank you guys. Why? Because I made it to 700 subscribers. Like, I posted it on Twitter. I don't know what I'm gonna do at 1,000 subscribers. Is there anything you recommend me to do with 1,000 subscribers? I mean, I don't even know what to do. But anyways, guys, thank you for 700 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. From going in and focusing on wrestling action figures to now covering Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, predicting the PLEs and stuff, talking about wrestling, it means a lot to me, dude. But anyways, thank you for that. And now let's get to the Monday Night Raw review. As Monday Night Raw begins with Roman Reigns. Now, obviously, Roman Reigns is still the World Heavyweight Champion after beating Seth Rollins in an incredible match at SummerSlam. Roman is in the ring and he says, "I am a man of my word. I did exactly what I said. Before this year, I said that I was going to win the Rumble and save this place. I beat the old man at WrestleMania, and now I beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I finally made peace with my brother. I already acknowledged him." And everybody sang Seth Rollins' theme song. Oh, 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 you know that. And then all of a sudden, LA Knight comes out. So LA Knight gets a mic and he says, "Congratulations, Roman, on defending it on your own. All by yourself. But you're still a fraud. You put the bloodline between you and me. Just like we fought last time. You, me, no bloodline, tonight." Obviously, Roman was not going to accept this challenge. Fraud? Who are you calling fraud? I only see one fraud. You're the one that says that he's a megastar when he's wearing a Walmart watch. A real star wears a watch like this. And while he says that, they zoom in to Roman Reigns' watch, and it doesn't look bad. You won the 6-man tag team match at SummerSlam, but you haven't won anything. You don't just get a title match by crying, bitching, and complaining. Was that a shot to Sami Zayn? So as Roman Reigns was about to leave, LA Knight stops him. And he starts saying, "You talk about not earning anything. Huh? I've earned it time and again, but it took you and 38 people to beat me." And then this was so funny. This dude started mocking the freaking introduction of the Shield by doing this. Yankee, Oscar, uniform, Sierra, uniform, Charlie, Kilo. You suck. You're on another level because you hold that championship. But don't get lost, brother. I'm everything that you wish you could be, but you couldn't. So I'll tell you what. Whenever you buy a pair, if you can't even grow one, you come back to let me know so I can smack you back in the factory settings. Because I know, you know, and everybody else knows the uncrowned champion with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. Now, bro, LA Knight cooked Roman Reigns, bro. It's not even a question. So when are we getting this match? Sunday night's main event? Money in the Bank? I don't know, but I know everybody wants to have LA Knight be world champion. But are they really going to give it to him? He's been wanting this for a very long time. And I know that a lot of people have been wanting this for a very long time too. But is it time? I don't know, but I want to move on to the first match on the show. It was Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. I'll head to the end of the matchup because that's where it got me. Javon Evans gets the win, and as he was celebrating, Big Cass is behind Javon Evans and attacks Javon Evans. Now, obviously, WWE were teasing us with the return of Big Cass for a couple of weeks now. Here he is. And it looks to me that his first feud is going to be with Javon Evans. He does have something to say, but we'll get to that later. So now I want to move on to the Judgment Day. That is Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Raquel Rodriguez. Now, as you can see here, Raquel Rodriguez has a barbed wire wrapped Intercontinental Championship. What is this, ECW? Nah, that's probably her thing. But it's fine, but could have, not actually used barbed wire. It's probably fake barbed wire. Nah, who am I kidding? Now, I hate that Liv does this. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in the presence of the greatest women's world champion of all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will no longer be hearing the same shit that Liv Morgan says all the time here on this channel. Thank you, and happy... I don't know what to say anymore.
Then we got Soruka versus Roxanne Perez. And of course, knowing that this is a Judgment Day match, you know that the Judgment Day are going to get involved. I mean, come on. What else is new? So then we get the Judgment Day standing tall like how they always would. But all of a sudden, Becky Lynch comes out. Becky confronts the Judgment Day and she says, Raquel, I'm not coming for that title. I already made that title relevant. Liv, all you have done is be a glorified manager because the world champion must be defending the title. You have been having the worst reign of all time. Becky was spitting nothing but facts. So Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne didn't want anything to do with Becky Lynch. They were about to leave. All of a sudden, Stephanie Vaquer is back. She attacks the Judgment Day all by herself. When she was in the ring, calling out the Judgment Day, obviously the Judgment Day wanted nothing to do with Stephanie, so they left. Until she went face to face with Becky Lynch. Now that is a future main event match right there. Ever since WrestleMania, the Raw Women's division was suffering. And thank goodness that Stephanie Vaquer and Becky Lynch are now back and are ready to go. Now, before Monday Night Raw went on the air, we had the Pat McAfee show. Ugh, talking about that guy again. But I'm talking about this in a good way because Brock Lesnar was on the Pat McAfee show and he actually has confirmed that he is officially retired from WWE. Now the question is he really retired? Because what if TKO calls him up and says,
Hey, Saudi Arabia is coming up, and we're gonna need you.
or,
Hey, the Royal Rumble is coming up. We're gonna need you on the road to WrestleMania.
but if he really is retired, what a career, man. Oba Femi was backstage. He meets up with Paul Heyman, who was watching the Brock Lesnar vignette of reliving his entire career with Godsmack's I Stand Alone playing. Gotta love Godsmack. They both meet up, and they actually shook hands. So we get Oba Femi coming out, and this dude is looking like a priest. So he says, words cannot describe what happened on SummerSlam Saturday. Brock Lesnar and I went to war. There was a winner, and there was a loser. But most importantly, now there is more respect for Oba Femi. At WrestleMania, they were talking about whether Oba Femi could swim. At SummerSlam, they were talking about how long Oba Femi could hold his breath. I passed the test, and now the beast can finally rest. It's time to lead a new generation. If anybody has a problem with Oba Femi holding up the torch, let them respond to Oba Femi. So Oba Femi is walking to the back, but as he is walking to the back, the Vision come out. Austin Theory wasn't the one that Oba Femi was focused on. It was Bron Breakker. And let me tell you right now, give me this fucking match now. I don't care if it's on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. I don't care if it's on a Saturday night's main event. Give this match to me now. So then we get Bron Breakker squashing Joe Hendry because Oba Femi is in his mind. I feel so bad for Joe Hendry. Like, after that terrible concert last week with Danhausen, and now this, getting squashed. Why did WWE want Joe Hendry so bad? So then, we move on to Big Cass. I mentioned that he has something to say, so here's what he said. I've been out for 8 years. I came back from the very bottom. Javon Evans, you were just in my way. Nothing personal. You were the first body I destroyed. But it won't be the last. And there you go. Big Cass explains why he is back on WWE TV. Good to see him back. So then we get Paul Heyman being confronted by Bron Breakker. Paul Heyman wants nothing to do with the Vision anymore, but here is Bron Breakker. Breakker asked Paul, "Where is Oba Femi?" Paul says, "Why do you want to know where Oba Femi is?" Breakker says, "I don't know. You're right. I think you two are pretty much good friends." So then we get to our main event. It is Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys in a street fight. Roman Reigns earlier on the show told Jacob Fatu to end this relationship. And that is exactly what Jacob Fatu did. He completely destroyed Royce Keys. Jacob Fatu ends up winning his match, but then he continues to try to destroy his former best friend. Roman Reigns comes out, he gives the nod of approval to Jacob Fatu, then he leaves. But then we get to backstage as Roman Reigns is now being confronted by Rey Mysterio, who is the AAA general manager. Mysterio says that, "You know that I'm the AAA general manager, right?" Roman says, "I do now." So Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns meet up, and Mysterio is gonna do something for Roman Reigns on AAA? Like, what are we doing here? Worlds collide? What are we doing here? I said Worlds collide because Worlds collide is happening the same day as AEW's All Out. And get this, they are both in the same city. So WWE really must be desperate to get this Worlds Collide show to be an important show than All Out. Just by putting Roman Reigns there? CM Punk gonna be there too? Who knows? Anyways, that is this week's Monday Night Raw. What did you think of the show? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter at Ethan Store Show. Thank you once again for 700 subscribers, and I'll see you on the next one.
Ethan's Torso out.